We tend to think about intelligence in one of two ways. And where it's important is that some of us view intelligence as this fixed trait that some people have more or less of, while others view intelligence as this quality that is acquired through the exertion of effort and repeated effective strategies. But where it matters is the consequences of believing that it's one thing versus the other. If you believe that intelligence is this fixed trait that you either have more of or less of than the person sitting next to you, what happens when you're confronted with something difficult to do? And so if you believe that intelligence is fixed, then you also believe that learning shouldn't be hard. And if you believe that, next time you're faced with learning something hard, your reaction will be to disengage because you say, if I'm not getting this and I'm not smart enough, then why bother? Whereas if you have a growth mindset, and instead of seeing the difficulty as a sign that you're not smart enough, you see it as evidence that you are learning, that you are growing, that you are stretching. The good news is that mindsets, like many of the kinds of attributions that we'll be focusing on today, can be changed. In fact, workshops that have focused on fostering more of a growth mindset not only have increased growth mindset, but also consequently have increased performance in important domains. The first insight that I'd like to share with you has to do with understanding how to be smart. Learning is the experience of putting yourself at the frontiers of your ability. That place where you don't yet know something, that place where you will feel uncomfortable, that place where you might make a fool of yourself. And being okay living in that space, being okay not knowing the answers. And so how you can basically take this insight and apply it in your own lives is that you can become smart by doing what smart people do. And what is it that smart people do? They are okay with not knowing. They are okay with being anxious or uncertain. They're okay with asking a lot of questions. They're okay with seeking to work with people who are more knowledgeable than themselves. And they're also okay recognizing that they have to challenge some of their fixed mindset, those reactive responses that they have in the face of challenge and difficulty that cues them to try to make meaning about what their own capacity and their potential is in response to that challenge and difficulty. This first domain is to understand that when we're faced with challenge and difficulty, that we will have this instinct to make meaning about our own potential as it relates to the difficulty of that experience. And if we understand that, then we can be vigilant for those moments and we can try to retrain our brains to not be afraid of those moments, but actually to seek it out and to be comfortable with the uncertainty that comes with becoming smarter, with living at that edge of your ability.